I do not like Dijon in the slightest, but do not walk up to somebody when they're in the middle of eating and ask them to go for a chat and then say that they're rude when they say no. That was too far. Love Island UK episode 37, and last night I was watching this with my friend who hates reality TV, has never watched Love Island a day in her life, but she decided to watch it with me because she was being a good supportive friend. And then Harry came on the screen and she says, "Oh, he's alright." And I said, "I will literally put you out my house and I will never let you back in." But then we realised it was from a distance, and when she seen him close up she was like, "Oh no, actually he's not." And I was like, "Do you know what, his personality is even worse." So Harry pulled Shakira for a chat and he apologised about the whole situation the other day where she was crying. And then he says, "Do you think it would have been better if we had stayed together?" And she says, "No." And he says, "It would have been a better experience." What exactly about it would have been a better experience, I ask? Her being paired up with him while he goes and chats with everybody that walks into the villa, while he flirts with everything that moves, while he's just a fucking skis bag bastard? No thanks. I'm still completely baffled by the fact that Angel has watched him on TV, seen his behaviour, went in and still put him in the top 3 men, and is still pulling him for chats. What is wrong with people? Helena, once again, "Oh, if he's talking to her, he can just crack on." It's been like this since the start. He's going to walk all over her because she allows it. Nothing's ever going to change. Dijon and Meg are doing too much. At the start of the season, there was somebody who wasn't really getting involved in the games, and Meg was moaning about it. And now look at her and Dijon last night. Dijon wasn't getting involved in the game and he was being rude about it, and he's just standing there with his hands behind his back like, "Oh, that kiss was rubbish," like just being a complete dick. And then obviously Meg seen this and thought, "Oh, if he's not kissing the girls then I better not kiss the boys." It was a fucking pathetic spectacle. And I get that maybe you don't want to kiss other people in the villa, but the way they went about it was just fucking ridiculous. He's went with flirting with every single fucking thing that moves in that villa, to now being like, "Oh, I don't want to kiss anybody in the villa, I'm only interested in Meg." Why is that, Dijon? Why is that? Is it because the final's coming up? Is it because you want the money? Yes, I think that's what it is. During the kissing competition, I was updating my friend on the whole Harry and Emma situation. Even though she could not give one fuck, she does not care about reality TV, but I thought I'd get her up to speed. And I was saying, "Oh, he better not rate Emma over Harriet." And he ended up rating Emma and Shakira over Harriet. Whoopsie. He's trying to say he didn't know who it was. But even Harriet says, "Oh, I kissed him," and I went, "Like that?" And we always do that. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was trying to humiliate her. But he didn't score them high enough that it was like a clear score ahead. It was just like a half point or something. He knew what he was doing. Yasmin wasn't happy at Jamie because he was feeling all the girls' bums, and he's like, "Oh, do you know what? I don't think I'd have liked that if that had been you." Why did he think that was a good idea at the time? But to be fair, she sat him down, she had the conversation, she didn't freak out. There wasn't a big fight over it. It was just like, "Don't do that again." Yasmin and Shakira weren't too happy about Dijon during the challenge, and Yasmin was like, he was being rude, he wasn't even getting involved in the game, like, "I'm going to have a chat with him," and Shakira's like, "Yeah, go and have a chat with him, right?" And I kind of thought, why? What's the point? He's made it very clear throughout the season that he doesn't give a fuck what women think, he doesn't care about their opinions, he just closes them down. And he literally says, "I don't care about your opinion, so why even waste your breath?" When Yasmin went up to Dijon, he was sitting eating his pasta, and she says, "Can I pull you for a chat?" And he just says, "No, I'm eating." Now, I don't like Dijon, but I'm on his side here. He was sitting eating pasta. First of all, pasta goes cold really fast, and some people don't like cold food, and some people don't want to reheat their food, right? But she was like, "Oh, how long are you going to be?" And then just stood there and looked at him, like as if, "I want to chat, let's go now." And I thought it was really rude, right? And then she went away and she's like, "Oh, he's so rude, he just says that he wasn't going to speak to me." Okay, but do you know what? You don't have to go and speak to somebody if you don't want to. I don't know the actual rules of the game. Sometimes I think they must have to speak to people, because there's times where they go for chats and I think, why are you chatting to that person? I would just say, no, I don't want anything to do with you, right? So I don't know if they have to, but he was sitting eating his dinner at the time and I thought, fucking let him eat. Do you know what I mean? As well, I'd have been like, come back to me when I'm finished eating it, or I'll come and grab you when I'm finished. Dijon's obviously trying to make everybody think that he's all about Meg, he doesn't care about anybody else. And actually, I don't know if Patty's plan was to give everybody else a really low score, give Meg a big score so that she would win the kissing competition. But I'm not sure, because he sat her down and he was like, oh, I'm really glad like that you didn't kiss the other boys, that you just pecked him or whatever. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. And then I seen the first look. And he actually thinks that they got like the results for that thing. It was like the couple that gives the most ick or whatever. And he says, oh, it's because of the way the girls talk about me in the villa. No, it's because you're a complete fucking douchebag. And by the way, have I ever called MD a douchebag in my life? Where did that even come from? I must have seen it on some American TikTok. What I should have said was, skis bag cunt. There's a girl who I watch who talks about Love Island, I can't remember her name, but she was saying, do Meg and Dijon ever kiss outside challenges? Unfortunately they do. I've seen them kiss, and I've seen Meg literally stick her full tongue out before she's even at his face. And I says to my friend last night, oh my god, I am dreading seeing Meg kiss. But then when Billy got up to kiss them, it was a full mouth experience. Both of us were like, what's going on? What is that technique? It's one that I've never seen. But anyway, let me know what you thought of last night's episode. What did you think of Dijon's actions? I mean, let's be honest, would you be happy if somebody came up to you when you were in the middle eating and asked you to go for a chat? Fucking come back when I'm done. But I'll see you again tonight. Bye.